Welcome back. You're watching Newsx, and this is an exclusive. We have learned from our sources that Rahul Gandhi is planning a 15-day yatra over vote revision exercise in Bihar. Congress has done a recce of places where Rahul Gandhi should be doing this yatra, and the route will be finalized in a couple of days. Tejasvi Yadav too is likely to join in the public meetings at 9 commissionerate of 22 districts. Anand Singh, my colleague, is joining us on the broadcast to give us more details about this. Anand, what do we know about this Pad Yatra, if we can call it, by Rahul Gandhi? Is he likely to take that up?
Yeah, there are functional looks around and it's that has raised the softest places that carry so even as party proposed is moved by the poll panel, alleging that lakhs of voters will be left out in this exercise that has been carried out within a month time. So clearly, the Congress is now planning this. What we have learned from our sources that the Congress will be ending a high yatra in Bihar that will run across 22 districts as they are still finalizing the district and the routes of the yatra. And the sources also indicated that this yatra will be in hybrid mode, just as we have seen earlier in Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra, where Rahul Gandhi traveled from east to west part of the country. So clearly, it will be in that form in which Rahul Gandhi will be traveling in a bus or an open car. And then he will also address several of the public meetings on the route. And he will try to address the people that how the election commission is working on the behest of the BJP, whereas it also trying to remove several of lakhs of the voters from the voter rolls. So the party has planned this massive yatra in Bihar that will go on from August 10th for next 10 days. So clearly, this is a massive campaign that the Congress will be launching against SIR in Bihar. As earlier we have seen that the Mahagathbandhan leaders had also held a Chakka Jam on July 9 in Bihar, in which Rahul Gandhi had also participated in Patna. And what we have learned from our sources beneath is that RJD leader, who is also the Mahagathbandhan partner in Bihar, he will be also joining the yatra at least 9 places, that is the 9 commissionerates, where they will both will be, Rahul Gandhi and Tejasvi, they will be addressing mega rallies over there over the SIR issues. However, these are the just initial details that have emerged from the grand old party, that how it is going to take on the SIR issue in Bihar just ahead of the crucial assembly polls, where the polling for 243-member assembly will be taken up in the month of either October or November. So clearly, elections to corner the election commission and especially the NDA-led government in Bihar, the Congress party is now all set to initiate this yatra over SIR issues so that it can make people aware over there that how this alleged removal of the voters is being done in Bihar, and that how lakhs of voters will be disenfranchised from their exercise in Bihar. Back to you, Vinny.
Anand, appreciate you joining us. All right, on to our debate for the next few minutes. Well, Rahul Gandhi has leveled a huge charge against Election Commission, claiming evidence of vote theft. He claims that an independent investigation by the opposition has revealed that the EC is involved in vote theft exercised on behalf of the BJP, and also threatened that no one from the top to the bottom of the EC will be spared. He said that the officials involved have shown treason, and the BJP in response has called this a conspiracy to weaken democracy. The EC in response called Rahul's allegations deplorable and urged all EC staff to work without fear of anyone. Let's listen into Rahul's statements and a BJP response as well, then we'll talk.
जो सबसे जरूरी बात है, और मैं ये बड़ी सीरियसली बोल रहा हूं, जो भी ये काम कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, इलेक्शन कमीशन में जो भी ये काम कर रहे हैं, राइट फ्रॉम द टॉप टू द बॉटम, आप एक बात याद रखिए, आपको हम छोड़ेंगे नहीं, कुछ भी हो जाए हम छोड़ेंगे नहीं आपको, क्योंकि आप हिंदुस्तान के खिलाफ काम कर रहे हो, ये ट्रीजन है और कम इससे कम नहीं है। तो आप याद रखिए, आप कहीं भी हो, रिटायर्ड हो, कुछ भी हो, ठीक है, हम आपको ढूंढ के निकालेंगे।
वो जब जीतते हैं तो सब कुछ चंगा है, और जब हार जाते हैं तो वो इलेक्शन कमीशन के सर पे वो लोग फोड़ देते हैं। ये लोकतंत्र को कमजोर करने के लिए जो षड्यंत्र रचा रहे हैं, उसमें बहुत बड़ा मुझे एक खेल दिखाई देता है, बार बार संवैधानिक संस्था को अटैक करना। जुडिशरी में जब उनके पक्ष में निर्णय नहीं होता है तो खुलेआम वो कहते हैं कि वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट को विश्वास करना छोड़ दिया बोलता है। अब जब इसका पक्ष में निर्णय नहीं आता है चुनाव, फिर बोलता है कि इलेक्शन कमीशन जो है चोरी।
All right, let's talk about this. Advocate Gyanendra Mishra, political analyst, with us on the program. Anuja Kapoor, BJP spokesperson, also joins us on this conversation. Mr. Ishan Tyagi, Congress spokesperson, is here as well. Last but by no means the least, Mr. Sumit Peer, senior political commentator, with us on the panel as well. Ishan Tyagi, I will begin with you. Well, Rahul Gandhi has made these serious allegations against the Election Commission. My question to you is that if you have proof against the EC, why not furnish it? Why keep talking about it?
See, the first and foremost thing is that this issue is very sensitive issue. We have to consider that because it pertains to the fundamental rights of citizens of India. The root cause of the problem, as I've been repeatedly saying, lies in the fact that when the BJP government went against the Supreme Court mandate that the selection of Chief Election Commissioner should include the Prime Minister, the Leader of Opposition, and the Chief Justice of India, first of all. The problem lies over there. The transparency vanished when Chief Justice of India was removed from that whole process, and Minister from Prime Minister's Council was included in that process, which made the ratio of 2:1 in favor of the government. That is when the problem started. That is where what we call as vote bandi started, which resembles with note bandi of 2016. And coming to your question, why the proofs are not being furnished yet. So basically, it's a very sensitive matter, first of all. And once the Election Commission is ready to see all the proofs, they should invite us to, if there are allegations being raised against them, it is their responsibility. First of all, just let me complete. It is their responsibility to listen to us, first of all. And the Election Commission as we had a meeting with the Election Commission, our leaders, the India Bloc leaders had a meeting. The Election Commissioner clearly stated that this is a new Election Commission. It does not allow the opposition to speak. It chooses which opposition leader should meet them. It chooses how many opposition leaders should meet it. So this is how the Election Commission has been working. We asked for the electoral rolls of Maharashtra. They were not given to us for 3 months. When we got the electoral rolls, we live in a digital India, but we got those in paper formats. We again asked for the footages of the booths where CCTV cameras were installed. The rule was changed to 45 days only. So this is how the Election Commission has been working. And this is clearly what we should say, we all Indians should say as vote bandi. Second and the most important thing is the Supreme Court of India suggested the Election Commission that it should ask for an Aadhaar card, a ration card, or an EPIC. When this SIR was being conducted in Bihar, the Supreme Court suggested that Election Commission should ask for an Aadhaar card, either an EPIC or a ration card. But the Election Commission, because it's a new Election Commission under this whole regime, it said that no, we will not ask for Aadhaar cards or an EPIC or a ration card, which is easily available with the voters, which has led to lakhs of voters will be denied their right to vote. More than 65 lakh voters, around 65 lakh voters, which accounts to almost 29,000 voters per seat. If you consider 243 seats in Bihar, that accounts to 29,000 voters. And let me tell you that in the last elections, 197 seats in Bihar out of 243 had a margin less than of 20,000. So that is where the problem lies. Because
if you're done, can I please include other members of this panel as well? Anuja, would you like to respond to what Ishan Tyagi has said? So Ishan, let me get this right. What you're saying is that you are going to get an appointment from the Election Commission to furnish this proof. Is that what you have said, Ishan?
Yes, of course.
And
we
you
will,
are
we will.
and you're
We will.
and
this is
you're
a-
okay, hold on, and you're
listen,
saying
listen,
the
listen.
the
This is a
same
very-
election commission which you find to be so unjust is going to give you that appointment. Anuja, I want you to come in on this. Please respond to Ishan.
It should. It should.
Yes.
It
Okay,
should.
all right,
Because
okay.
it's a democracy.
Okay,
It's
all
a
right. You
democracy
said
we
what
will
you
live-
said.
we live
Okay,
in.
hold on. Let other people respond. Anuja,
If it's
Yeah,
still a
Jay-
democracy that we live in, it should allow us.
please don't
Jai
speak
Shri
over the
Ram,
other
and
panelists,
I would like
please.
to put forward, Jai Shri Ram Vinit, I would like to put forward that the stop hiding, I will say it to Ishan, stop hiding your failures behind excuses. You are the ones who are crying foul because you have already seen the defeat before the starting of the contest. So this is where the election, where you know that you are going to fail and the people love Modi. You know that you are a failure and that is where you belong. And when we talk about BJP wins elections, it's not by the manipulation, it's by the governance and democracy. And when we talk about 2019 Lok Sabha and 2020 Bihar elections, we saw the record turnout of 57% in 2019 in Lok Sabha and 57.3% in 2020 Assembly. That is the proof of trust in the process. If I would ask you about the Election Commission process and the transparency, the voter roll was revised annually with the claims and objection process. Every political party, including the Congress party, they participated. Now, I would like to ask you, why didn't you find the anomalies during that time and raise the objections? Where were the proofs? Now, why do you want to talk about it now during the elections? We are the one who introduced the VVPAT by paper audit trials and Aadhaar card linking of the voter IDs. And we talk about the digital voter polls. Now, when we look into your tracks, Ishan Tyagiji will look into your tracks. Then we look into the 80s and 90s when under the Congress rule, you have seen that how the booth capturing was happening. That is why people brought NDA in Bihar. You have to see your record. Why BJP is there? First of all, see this. You will get to
I
know
don't
what is
understand
your
how booth
failure.
capturing is
Ines,
linked to
you
this
have
SIR.
been already, Ishan ji. जब आप बोल रहे थे तो मैं आपके साथ
Ishan,
बीच में
Ishan,
नहीं बोल रही
please
थी
let people speak.
मुझे
Ishan,
लगता
you're going to
है-
let people
मुझे-
speak. Ishan,
capturing बोला तो मैंने
Ishan,
just-
Ishan, all right. This is not how it's going to
Linked
work.
to this.
Ishan, this is now
Okay.
not how it's going to work. No,
No, I know.
this is not how it's
How
going to work.
capturing
Ishan,
is
this is
linked?
not how it's going to
Tell
work.
me how
This
boot
is
capturing is
this is
linked
not
to
how
SIR.
it's going to work. You cannot
Tell
run
me
this
how
debate.
boot capturing-
No, it's not going to happen. Please mute him. Sumit, I want you to come in now. This is now it's not going to run how you want it. All right, Sumit, I want you to respond. You will not speak over people. Let people finish. Sumit Peer.
On the channel.
Vinay ji, I wanted to finish this.
Go ahead, Anuja,
because
please
Ishan-
finish. If
Yeah,
you
yeah,
speak over
yeah,
anyone,
I
and
would-
this is for all of you, if you speak for over anyone, then you will be removed from the debate. All right, Anuja, go on.
I would only like to ask the Congress some questions, the questions which needs to be answered by them. Name the officials involved in this so-called fraud. Provide documents to the Election Commission. Stop defaming India. You are defaming the voters of BJP. When you cannot see the growth of yourself, you want to have a discussion. Have a discussion with NDA on the development, on the jobs, on the farmers' issues.
Let me
you
respond
come
to
to
that.
us.
No,
You
you're not going to
ask
respond
us.
to that.
Now,
Sumit is going to
now,
respond
now,
after
now,
this.
Why?
Now is the time.
Why?
You will
Now is the
no
time.
wait
Why is he asking me questions
wait no
and
wait
I'll
wait
not
wait
respond to that?
no you
That's
will
what
respond to
you're
that, but after I come back from Sumit. Sumit, how do you look at this entire scenario? Rahul Gandhi, being very confident that there is proof against the Election Commission, there is impropriety that has been executed at a large scale. If you remember, there used to be a party a long time ago called the Aam Aadmi Party, who also came into power, with a parcha in their hand, with a dossier of all the corruption charges against a number of ministers. We never got to see the end of it.
Vinay, thank you for having me on your show. Look, when it comes to Rahul Gandhi, I think he's a very smart politician. He can see his defeat much before the election is fought. When he sees the defeat is much before the election, he is very creative in inventing reasons. 2014, Bihar has betrayed us. 2019, EC betrayed us. 2024, voting machines betrayed us. Now 2024 or 25, we are talking of EC has betrayed us, SIR has betrayed us. So every time they're very creative with the roles. When they win elections, do they come and say that? Then same EC, same Supreme Court, same High Court is all fit. But when they lose elections, then they blame everybody. First question is Rahul Gandhi's. First of all, is Rahul Gandhi threatening people in the EC? Is he telling them, I'll get you arrested, I'll get to this. What does he think? Is he the king of India? He can threaten people like that? EC is a government mandated body. It's a constitutional body, right? It is beyond, it doesn't come under PMO. It's like an independent institution. Even the Honorable Supreme Court can advise EC might or might not even listen to the Honorable Supreme Court because they are parallel constitution bodies. That's the point number one. If you have the proof, bring out the put the proof in the public domain. Talk about the proof. What do you have? Where do you have so many people? Where did you do this survey? Where did you find so many people? I mean, misrepresentative. If people are taken out of the electoral rolls beneath, if the where voting margin is less, then it cuts both ways. It is less for you, it is less for me. So why does the fake voters, when they are cut from the rolls, why does it only impact Rahul Gandhi? Why Rahul Gandhi is trying to do another Path Yatra, another Bharat Chodo, Bharat Jodo, whatever yatra he will do? Because we know whenever he does these yatras, it gets him public sympathy. He rises above the, common neta of the party. But at the end of the time, at the end of the day, this does not win elections. So are we to concede that Congress has already kind of conceded defeat? Because we were waiting for the elections to happen so that they could blame EVMs. Now it is very creative. Before EVMs, before EC, now blame the SIR and say because of the SR we are going to lose the elections. So it's like I am going to, play a match and before I declare I am not going to win. How does this happen? If the voting margins are thin, they cut both ways, Vineet. This is what is typical Congress playbook. You defame the democracy of India. Didn't Rahul Gandhi said, Mr. America, Mr. Europe, come and intervene in the democracy of India? Didn't you send Manish Shankar Iyer to Pakistan to come and help us get rid of Modi? Now when all those tactics have failed and you have to go Trump, kar rahe the, when that got whacked, now what are you telling that everything in India is compromised? EC, Supreme Court, ED, everybody is compromised. Then if everybody is compromised, then how do you hope to go to the same organization?
Yes, that is how Modi work functions.
And go to the same organization and give them your opinion. Because
that is how Modi functions.
Yeah. Then what are you talking about here? How do you win Himachal? How do you win Telangana? How do you win Karnataka? Then why they are not compromised at that point of time? So when you win, everything is good and happy. When you lose, then everything is compromised. So it is like a child who wants to eat the chocolate and at the same time have it. This exactly that mentality. If you cannot fight, if you cannot win, call it a day, hang your boots.
Okay. Let Ishan respond. Ishan, now is your turn to respond. I can tell you that nobody will speak over you the way you have spoken over the other panelists. Go on.
Vineet, so around 65 lakh people who have lost the right to vote, apart from those who have passed away, many of the people who could not respond to this SIR was because of the lack of documents. And who is at the lack of documents? Those people who are poor, who are living in flood-prone areas of Bihar, who had to flee their home during the floods and had to stay in the camps, in relief camps, right? That is when you conduct the SIR, because the poor of Bihar, the Anuja ji talked about who has failed Bihar. Bihar has been at the worst of its situation under the BJP government and under the NDA government, which is JDU plus BJP. Multidimensional poverty is at rise in Bihar. The youth of Bihar does not have jobs. They have to flee their homes. They have to take refuge in other parts of the country and work over there, mostly as laborers, as we all know. Infrastructure has collapsed in Bihar. We see how bridges are created in Bihar, and once it rains,
allow me to speak.
1 second, Anuja, 1 second. The next is your turn.
Yeah.
Ishan,
so infrastructure has collapsed in Bihar. We have seen how bridges are constructed. How once it rains, they all collapse, and we have seen a record number of bridges being collapsed in Bihar. Papers of entrance exams get leaked in Bihar. So that is how Bihar has been functioning for last 20 years under the NDA government. That's for sure. The other end of, very important thing is how this SIR was conducted. The BLOs who are working in SIR, there are hundreds of media reports. If you must have seen, there are hundreds of media reports that BLOs were themselves filling up the forms. They did not attach the documents. They were themselves signing the forms. That is how this whole SIR is being conducted. The last thing, Anuja, because Anuja talked about the discussion on this SIR. Where the discussion should happen on SIR? It should be in the Lok Sabha, it should be in the Rajya Sabha, it should be in the Parliament. And the Parliament is functioning these days. It's the monsoon session which is going on. So the government, if it is ready to discuss this, why is discussion not happening on SIR in the Parliament? That is my primary question. Anuja should answer this first and then go ahead.
Okay, Anuja,
I think
you respond to that?
Yeah, I will quickly ask this. Rather than you should have asked your Congress Rahul Baba. They should have stopped asking about
No,
all
come
the
on.
other
Stop
questions.
targeting.
Or
No, stop
started
targeting him.
asking.
Stop targeting
Ishan,
Let her
him
finish.
personally.
Ishan, let her speak. Ishan, let her speak. Ishan, let her speak. Nobody spoke over you. Again, I'm telling you. Ishan, again, I'm telling you, don't speak over the other panelists. Ishan, again. All right, Ishan, you will be. I don't care what she said. I have to hear her out. We have to hear her out. Ishan, you cannot do this. Don't monopolize this
No, she's
conversation.
targeting my leader personally. What is Rahul Baba?
You will
Yesterday-
get an opportunity to respond. All right, Anuja, no personal comments, please. Anuja, raise the level of your argument. Don't raise your voice. Okay, hold on. Raise the level of your argument, not your voice. Anuja, go on.
Modi not
Okay, I have spoken on your behalf, Ishan. Quiet now.
Say surrender Modi. He surrender Modi.
Can we
Modi,
please
you
mute?
have
Can we please
you
mute
have
Ishan?
got-
PCR,
you
can we
have
please
got-
mute Ishan? Anuja, go ahead.
This guy has called me about all those sorts of things, and there Rahul Baba is called Modi Chokidar, and not things. Now he's telling me and giving
No,
me
he himself said he's a chokidar. Did not Modi say that he's a chokidar?
Stop it.
All right,
Did
okay.
Modi not say he's a chokidar?
I'm not going to
Did
listen
Modi
this.
not say he's a chokidar?
Allow me to speak,
No, no,
Vinny.
tell me.
Ishan,
Did Modi not say
Ishan,
he's a
we'll have to
chokidar?
let you go. Ishan, I was going to give you an opportunity to speak, but I'm going to let you go now. All right, we're going to let you go, Ishan. Ishan, we're going to let you go. I'm gonna have to cancel this Zoom with you. All right, Anuja, go on.
It should ask for a debate in parliament. It should ask for a debate in parliament.
Can we please request Ishan to exit? Can Ishan, if you have to make a point, you'll have to wait your turn. Otherwise, you'll have to exit. I'm sorry to say that. Anuja, make your point.
Yes, thank you.
Second, she's
This is
calling my
what-
leader
this is
as
the
Rahul
problem.
Baba.
This
and
is
you're
the problem.
And should I
See,
not interrupt?
I would say that Nishan has a problem because now I'm going to discuss the NDA developments in this Bihar, and where they were the ones who hijacked the Bihar without doing anything. And you can see the roads and highways. 5,500 kilometers of highways have been built in 2014. 98% rural habitation has been done. Startup in India, Bihar is over 1,200 startups registered in Bihar. IT hubs in Patna and Bangalore. Mudra Lane is 3.8 crore loans. 100% electricity in households. In 22 hours, we're talking about the welfare scheme, 85 lakh free LPG connections under Ujjwala Yojana, 40 lakh
All
house
right.
and PM Awas Yojana. When he's talking about the situation created to the PM Garib Kalyan Rojya Abhiyan, we
Okay,
launched
all right.
to
Okay, we know all this.
provide
Anuja, we know
not
all of
only
this.
to
Anuja, we are aware of all of
landlords.
this. What's your point?
Then why is he Vinay? He does not talk on this. Why do they scream? Because they are the ones
It's the
who will be
opposition,
a
Anuja.
losers.
That's Anuja.
Because
It's
they
their
are the
pathology.
losers.
Okay, Advocate
They
Gyanendra
knew
Mishra is
that.
also.
They
All right.
knew
Okay.
this.
Okay, Anuja. We have a paucity of time. There's another voice which has entered this room. Advocate Gyanendra Mishra also joining us on the program. Advocate Mishra, you're a little late to the party. However, I would like to know your thoughts on what Rahul Gandhi has said. We are all of the opinion that if Rahul Gandhi has to attack the Election Commission, don't attack. If you have proof, furnish it.
No, so I believe that whatever the point is being made by the opposition party, and Rahul Gandhi is reflecting the collective view of the opposition party, that what Election Commission is doing today in Bihar is not as per the constitutional mandate of the Election Commission, and this is by and large being told by the Supreme Court to the Election Commission as well as the government repeatedly. And the last hearing also in the Supreme Court, the court has very categorically made it to the Election Commission that your power is, as far as the revision of electoral rules are concerned, is inclusion, not the exclusion. And if there is a mass exclusion from the electoral roll, which is not the mandate of the Election Commission, the court said we will interfere. So the no sanctity has been awarded to the what Election Commission is doing even by the court, and court is very much cognizant of the issues which are being raised by the opposition parties, that what seems to be being done by the Election Commission is the mass expulsion of the people who are the part of the electoral roll for the last 20 years. The people who are voting for in the state for the last 20 years, you are now exercising a process of
But Mr.
mass
Mishra, you know, the
expulsion.
ruling government can come back and say that this is the same election commission which also presided over elections that your party won.
No, no, that is a fair enough. So we are not talking about
Isn't
whether
that
the
hypocrisy
election-
in one way or the other?
Yeah. So that is why it is very important. And being a lawyer, I would also talk from the perspective of what is the constitutional framework within the election commission has to work. The Supreme Court has also in the first hearing itself questioned the timing of the election commission, that you are exercising this, you are
Vinay?
initiating this
Okay, I want
exercise
Sumit to come in now.
just
Sumit Peer,
before-
please respond. Sumit
just
Peer,
before the sixth
yeah,
round.
Sumit Peer, please respond. Please respond.
With your respects to our friend Mishra ji, you see, when the Congress went to the court, they first asked honorable court to stay this process. Court said, I'm not going to stay this process. They asked.
No. He's lying. He's lying.
Court said,
He's lying.
Ishan,
He's
yaar, bol
lying.
le do. Ishan, don't do this. No, you are not here to
Okay,
Rahul
all
Gandhi's
right.
agenda.
Okay, we're not going to have a
If you
screaming
want
match
to
here.
start a
We're not going to have a screaming match here. Please. All right, Ishan, let Sumit speak. He heard everyone out. Ishan, I'll give you an opportunity. Sumit, go on.
Don't show this guy here. iPad mat
Bring this
dikhao.
order.
Ye not
Bring
mat
this
karo.
order.
I also have
Bring this
iPhone.
from Joe.
Okay, all right, Sumit. Let's not get into a screaming match. All right. Let's not get into a screaming match. Sumit Peer, make your point. Don't get too excited. All right. Calm down. Sumit Peer, I'm letting you speak. Sumit. Okay, we'll have to wrap up, folks. We have to wrap up now, guys. Appreciate you joining us. I thought some decency and civility could prevail and we could get all of you to get your points across, but unfortunately, that is not what we witnessed. We take a short break now. We'll be right back.